What's going on, my brothers? It's your boy Jeremiah King. Welcome back to another episode on Code. Bruh, man, my dude, bruh, my G. This is going to be for you and you only. This is the very first episode and podcast today on my podcast platform where I talk about things for men. Because again, even though this is a number one podcast for women who need a sidekick, this is a podcast for men who need a voice. This podcast is brought to you by your boy Jeremiah King and what women really want in a relationship. In today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to be a better man to your woman, to your girl, right? Do you not want to be the best you can be for any chick, any woman, any girl that you meet? This is how you do it. I'm going to elaborate, I'm going to discuss, and I'm going to teach you exactly the principles that you need to be the best man, the best version of yourself for any girl that you meet, especially if you're in a relationship and you're trying to understand how to be a better man. The only way to do that is you have to understand what women truly want, not what you think women want, but backed by facts, backed by science, backed by psychology. You need to understand what is going on in a woman's mindset for you to hit not only her G spot, but all her spots that make her light up and feel so happy to be with you. So, without further ado, let's jump in as to what it takes to be the best man for her. The number one thing that you need to understand is that women crave emotional connection in every relationship, even if it's casual, if it's just a conversation, or if it's a friendship. But definitely, for sure, if you are trying to pursue her in a different way and make her your woman, your wife, you need to understand this is what they are craving after. It's just in them. Emotional connection. Women often prioritize a deep emotional bond where they feel understood, valued, and just emotionally connected to their partner, right? This is so true. So, how do you do it? Because most men, we don't know how to do that. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do in three steps. First, you need to be present. So focus on your partner during her conversations. Whatever she's talking to you about, just be present. Time and time again, we just don't, we forget what our partner is saying or what a girl says because we're so distracted. You have to put energy, emphasis on this. Focus on your partner during conversations. Put away all those distractions like your phone and just listen and listen to what she has to say. I'm telling you, if you truly be present in the moment, this is going to attack her emotional connection side of you and her viewpoint, and she's going to automatically fall for you. Secondly, you got to ask open ended conversations, open ended questions and conversations because most of the time we're so simple and we're so vague and we go straight to the point. We ask close-ended conversations, questions into conversations that we just forget the most basic principles to a true conversation as asking open-ended conversation questions. God damn, I keep saying conversations and conversations. You have to encourage deeper discussions by asking thoughtful questions about her feelings, just about her thoughts and her experiences. You have to ask truly open ended questions. Like, ask her, talk to me about your day. Explain to me what you're feeling. This is going to make her open up to you and make her feel so in love with you because women like to talk. They love to express themselves. They love to vent. They got thousands and thousands of words, 10 times more thoughts and conversations in their own brains that they need to release all it onto you. So you have to practice this as a skill. And thirdly, just share your own emotions to her. We always just feel so guarded and we don't express ourselves. We want to share our emotions and our soft side. But this is what they crave. This is how you do it. Don't just listen. Share your own feelings too, right? Be vulnerable, because it fosters a strong emotional bond. That's how you be emotionally connected to your lady. Number two is about trust and security. Trust is so important to women. If you haven't noticed, guys, all they care about is, can I trust you? I don't know if I trust you. I've been cheated on before. I've been hurt, battered, abused, emotionally, physically. You know, this is what women crave. So you have to go more beyond what their expectations are regarding trust and security because they want to feel safe, right? Secure in their relationship, knowing that you are reliable and committed to her only. So, how do you do this? Is the question. Not only do you just do it what you think is what you believe to be true in a relationship from a man's point of view, but you have to see it from a woman's perception. So you got to be consistent. You got to follow through on your promises, bruh. That's the only way to do it, no matter how small. Because, consistency builds trust over time. You got to be transparent, straight up. Share your thoughts, share your plans, share your feelings openly to avoid misunderstandings and just any assumptions. Because women can think, they can assume they got anxiety off the yin yang. You have to be transparent for her to feel like she can trust you and feel secure in you. And lastly, you got to create that safe space for her. Encourage her to express herself without fear of judgment. Let her be herself. Reassure her that her emotions are valid and just important to you. Don't let her think that she can express herself because you are judging her. That, she's talking and you might seem things to be in a different light and you just discounting her feelings and her emotions, that they're not important, but that you are more important, that you have the final say, and that your feelings are just way more important to her. Allow her to feel safe with you. That's how you build trust, and that's how you make her feel secure in the relationship. Third is open communication. Most women, I would say most, not all, because a lot of women are weird these days, but most women, they typically value that open, honest communication where both partners share their thoughts, all their feelings, and even the concerns about their fear of judgment, right? Just concerns without the fear of judgment. So, how do you do this? How do you build open communication? Because most of the times we are lost ourselves. We are confused and we don't know how to communicate with women. Women are from Mars, men are from Jupiter. You ever heard that saying when you were young? It's so true, man. How do you do it? How do you be communicating to women on a f- not professional, but a more stern basis to help you be the best man for her? Three ways. First, listen more than you talk. This is hard to do, even though you want to solve problems and you just go straight to, making her feel comforted or just, trying to give her advice. No, women want to vent. So you got to focus on truly understanding what she's saying rather than thinking about your response to what she's saying. That's how you be mindful, how you be present. So you got to listen more than you talk. You got to express yourself clearly. Open communication isn't just one sided. It's not just about her communicating to you, but it's about you communicating back to her. So you have to express yourself clearly. So when you speak and you are direct and you are honest, this is what women love. So avoid the vague language and those mixed signals by just going straight to the point. Like, even if it might be harmful, but let's do this a little bit more professionally, right? Don't just want to be straight to the point where it's disrespectful, but being direct and honest, saying your point after she has spoken That's how she will respect you more in the relationship. And then lastly is you got to check in regularly. A lot of guys are not doing this. They're not checking in on the girls. They're not just, hitting her up like, "Hey, how you doing?" Just checking in. Nah, that is not how you do it, bruh. You better not do it like that. And you know what's sad is that most guys do. Because they're so vague. They're not emotional creatures at all. They're so one-sided on things. I don't know why, what's going on in society, but this is such a bad thing. Don't just do it on a way that's just like checking off the boxes. Make it a habit to ask how she's feeling. And not only how she's feeling about her day, but how she's feeling about the relationship. Address any concerns that she's having. Like, baby, how you doing? Just wanted to see what's up. How's your day been? Talk to me about your day. Okay, great. That's awesome. I appreciate that. I'm proud of you for XYZ. Hey, listen, I just wanted to check in on, how I'm doing. Do you need anything? Is there something I can do for you? Something I'm not doing? Address any concerns. Address the concerns. This is how you build that open communication to her. That is so important to a woman. Next step is affection and appreciation. You got to regularly express love and affection and appreciation. And we're not just having sex. I've talked about on my podcast so many times that sex is obviously so important to men, but you got to pull yourself out of yourself and see it from a woman's perspective of what love means to her. Ask her what love is. What is affection to you, babe? What how do I appreciate you? And if you can get the answers to this can fuel your passion behind affection and appreciation, whether it's through words or actions or gestures. That's important. It's so important to women to feel valued and loved because their upbringing, they probably didn't experience this. So it's up to you, it's up to us to make them feel valued and appreciated. And that's how you be the best man. So how do you do it, right? It's the question. Okay, great. I appreciate it, Jeremiah. Talk to me. Bruh, what do I do? Show physical affection. So simple gestures like holding her hand or hugging her, you know, I'm talking about multiple times a day, not just once a week. I don't care how busy you are. Set that shit aside. Make sure you're holding her hand in public, hugging her in public if she likes that. And when you come home from a long day at work, spend about 10 seconds of a hug. Scientifically speaking, this is a magic wonder that if you hug a person for more than 10 seconds, they will feel the true intensity behind the hug rather than it being superficial. A gentle touch can make her feel loved and connected, knowing where to touch her. That's very important. Compliment her often. You have to do it more than once. Compliment her, whether it's, "Hey, babe, I appreciate what you've done." "Oh, I'm so proud of you for XYZ." Not just saying the mundane thing, like checking off the box, like, "I'm proud of you." No, you got to say, why? Why are you proud of me? They need to know more than just what, but the why. So you got to compliment her often, right? Acknowledge and appreciate her efforts, her looks, her qualities with true, genuine compliments and small acts of kindness. You got to know her love language. Not all women are the same. So that's why it's important for you to ask them up front in the beginning of your relationship. And if you've been in a relationship for so long, then you need to go back to the basics. Nothing wrong with going backwards. So that way you can get caught up. Ask what it is. What is it, babe? What can I do for you to be kindful? Surprise her with thoughtful gestures like bringing her, some flowers, her favorite snack, or just leaving a sweet note wherever it is, whether it's at home or at her workplace. You got to go beyond the norms. This is what separates good men from excellent men or shitty men from good men. Is these things right here. You got to show affection and appreciation. That's so important to women these days. Another is respect and equality, right? Women want to be respected and treated as equals in their relationship, whether it's their opinions, their needs, or just their boundaries. They want to feel acknowledged and honored. This is so important in today's society. Racism, segregation is almost out the window, right? And woman equality is a big thing nowadays. And so women now, more than ever, are expecting that to be true. And so they need this. They want this. They expect this in a relationship. So what is it that you got to do to ensure that she feels this from you? You got to respect her boundaries, bruh. You got to understand and honor her personal boundaries, what they are in all aspects of the relationship. So that way you're not crossing anything. You're not making her feel terrible or negative. You definitely want to make sure that you understand where her boundaries are first and foremost, but most importantly, honor them, right? By being consistent. You got to share decision making with her. Involve her in the decision. Whatever it is, if you're looking to buy a house or if you're looking to get a car, if you're looking to do something together, or just asking her take, helping her feel like she's involved in the decision making process goes a long way. Everyday choices to the bigger plans of life. Ensure that her voice is heard, that she feels considered. Like, oh man, thanks, babe. This makes her feel so in love with you. And you gotta treat her as an equal, man. Don't ever. I don't care how rough you had it in your past and what your parents has taught you or what you've seen in your life and in society or just on social media or on movies or what you even feel in your heart as far as what equality is in a relationship. But you got to treat her as an equal. Value her opinions and her contributions to the relationship, to your life. She has brought love and passion and peace into you to help you feel a whole. That's what you've been missing, and that's what you have now. So now you got to treat her as an equal. Ensure there's a balance in in the responsibilities and the roles being played in a partnership, in a relationship, in the household. This is what women are looking for. Do not discount that. I don't care how head of a household you are, or you feel to be, or a leader that you are, or an alpha male. I don't give a damn about none of that. Make sure you treat her as an equal. Next is support and encouragement. Guys, you got to encourage our ladies, our women. They are coming up with or without you. They are going, I truly feel that in the future, women are going to almost be number one in everything. Women are just that great. I love women. I love not only their looks, but I love their intellectual side of things, their emotional side. They just have so much more that men do not have, even though they're missing the physical strength of things, but they are coming up. And so you got to roll with it, right? You got to encourage that. Encourage our people. God designed us to encourage and uplift people. So having a partner who supports their goals, their dreams, and just their personal growth is essential. It's vital to the growth of a relationship. So support her, empower her, uplift her, right? Women want to feel encouraged and uplifted by their partner. They don't want to feel suppressed, like they don't have a voice and they just don't know that their man is the perfect man to be because they are so one-sided on things and they have the old way of thinking. Nah, bruh, you got to do more than that. You got to be better, man. You got to grow. And society is doing this for you or without you, but so you might as well be on that bandwagon. So how do you do it? You got to be her cheerleader. Encourage her to pursue her dreams and her goals, no matter how big or small. Right? Celebrate her achievements. Like throw shots up. Take her out to a nice fancy hotel or restaurant for whatever accomplishment that she was able to do. Make her feel like you are her number one fan. Offer help without even without being overbearing, right? You don't want to do too much. You be like, I got you, babe. Whatever you need, how can I help you? I'm there for you. I got it, I got it, I got it. You ever seen Kevin Hart in the stand up? He's like, I got it, I got it, I got it, baby girl. Whatever you need. But don't be too overbearing with it. But you do have to support her when she needs it. And respect her independence and ability to handle things on her own. Because she got it. She a big girl now. She's strong. But encourage her, uplift her, be there for her. Whatever she needs, I got you, baby. Like, That's what women are looking for, support, encouragement. You got to be positive and uplifting. So stay optimistic and provide that encouragement during those tough times. Sometimes a kind word can just make all the difference in the world, especially in today's society. We're all struggling. Women, particularly, they got it bad, worse than us. So it's our obligation as men to encourage them. If you're looking to have kids one day, men, you need to be able to do this for your kids. And the way you do that, first, you got to get you a wife, get you a girl, right? Get you a woman. And you got to show this to her that you can prove this because that's what women are looking for. Can you encourage my kids in the future if we don't have any? Can you do it now? Can you do it for me? That's what women are looking for, support and encouragement. Next is shared values and that vision. Women often seek alignment in core values, their future goals, and whatever their life vision is. So they desire a partner who shares similar beliefs and aspirations. Guys, I know that we want success. I know this for a fact. In my relationship, I know that's all I talk about is what I'm going to do for her, what my plans are in the future, how I'm going to change her life, how I'm going to change our family tree. My name is going to be a legacy for my children. And all these things, these are all great, but don't forget humans, women are humans. They also have dreams and visions. Don't just be so egotistical or just self-absorbed in your own life as if you're the only one that matters. You're not, bruh. You're not that special. You have to encourage people. That's what God has designed us to do in life. Encourage people. And so understanding shared values and vision is so important. So how do you do it, right? You got to discuss those future goals with her. Have open conversations about your future together, whether it's her career or what her family is, what she wants in a family, and what she views in her family, in the future family, in her life's aspirations, what she's looking to accomplish in life. Identify core values. Talk about what values are and what values are most important to both of you, right? Like honesty or loyalty and kindness. Just find common ground. And most importantly, align your actions with values. Make sure your daily actions and decisions reflect the values you both share and prioritize. This is how you share common ground in your values and vision because they got to be synchronized. They got to be together. You can't just be whatever you expect it to be in a relationship because women are also that 50% of that relationship. It's 50-50. It's him and her. It's you guys together, which is a whole, the full circle. But you're not the full circle. You are half the circle. The other half is the other half, her. Secondly, is consistency and reliability. I hope that I'm dropping knowledge to you today, guys, because this is so important to understand how to treat our woman. And you really can do this for any woman, whether it's your mom, your grandmother, your cousin, your nieces, your kids. These are all foundational principles, of course, derived from the Bible. But these are all scientifically and psychologically proven to be true of what women are looking for in a relationship. So, guys, you got to understand consistency and reliability is so important. Consistency in actions and behavior builds trust. Women just appreciate when their man who is reliable and follow through on the commitments. It sounds so much better to be with somebody who is reliable and can follow through. But you got to be consistent, not just once, not just twice, not just 10 times, but forever. This is who you are. This is a foundational truth of who you are. Just imagine you as a person. You are you. That's what you are, but you are consistent, aren't you? Every day you wake up the same. So you got to do the same thing in this regard. You have to understand that consistency and reliability is so important to women. So, how do you do it? What am I talking about here? Three things that I find to be so important is being on time. If you say you'll be somewhere, do something, you got to stick to it, bruh. Being reliable, it just builds that trust and shows that you value her time, right? And this is any woman. Any woman. This is the key that I'm giving you to woman. You got to keep those promises to yourself and to her. So no matter how small, if you make a promise, follow through. It shows that you're dependable. And you got to communicate regularly. This is what women need. Women communicate with their friends and their girlfriends continuously. So you got to do the same thing. Stay in touch consistently, whether through a text or just calls or in person. Regular communication is just, it fosters reliability. It just shows that you are a dependable person. That's what women expect in a relationship. This is what they need. This is what they desire. This is what I do in my relationship. This is what you should do, especially if you're young and you're listening to this, bruh. You got to understand that there's nothing else more important than consistency and reliability. Second to last is intimacy and closeness, right? Beyond that physical intimacy, most women seek emotional and intellectual closeness, and they desire deep connection on so many levels, multiple levels, right? There's levels to this shit, bruh. You ever heard that song? There's levels to this, right? It's so true. They desire intimacy and closeness, not just sex, not just what you see in porn, because that shit is fake. That don't even matter. I've tried that. It doesn't work. It only works to multiple partners when you're having sex with them, right? And there's no strings attached because it's all about sex and both people agree, right? And you get horny and she gets wet when y'all first start talking to each other. This is true. But if you're in a relationship, sex is out the window the way you think about it. The way it is, that's not what they're looking for anymore because you've already proved that. Now, this is where you need to understand what more can you contribute in a relationship. Intimacy and closeness is what they're looking for. So, how do you do it? Three ways. Engage in that deep conversation. So, talk about your hopes and your dreams and your fears because building that emotional intimacy, it requires more than just that surface level communication. That communication that you see a girl at your favorite local spot and it's just so basic. Like, hey, how you doing? How's your day? Oh, good. You had a good weekend? That's so superficial. It's so old news, man. That those questions are so played out. You got to go deeper than that. Second is physically being present with her. So spend quality time together without distractions. Just focusing on truly connecting with each other. And you got to show that empathy. Don't forget, bruh. When she shares something valuable, respond with understanding and compassion to build emotional closeness. That's how you do it. That's how you get access to her heart. You got to show empathy. You got to stop being a bitch, bruh. Stop acting soft. You act like you when you act hard, you are actually soft. It's counterintuitive. It almost doesn't make sense. But it's true because being hard is only great for when you're around men. But when you're around women, you need to be soft. You need to show that soft side of you so that way you can get close. That's how you do it. Intimacy and closeness is what women are looking for in a relationship. And last but not least, fun and enjoyment is what women appreciate in every relationship, whether it's a friendship or a relationship. If you ever just met a girl and she's like, I want to have fun. What you doing tonight? I'm trying to have fun, right? I'm trying to do something, whatever floats the boat. I'm down for whatever because they're expecting us to lead the way. But when you're in a relationship, women value a partner who can bring joy and fun and sense of adventure into a relationship, keeping that connection lively and enjoyable. This is so important to women because women are not fun primarily. Even though they can have fun, they know how to have fun. We all know how to have fun. We've all been kids before. We know how to experience life and be joyous, right? But for guys, we are fun in nature, right? If you're a person who has kids, you know what I'm talking about, bruh. You love having fun and you love cracking jokes and you're the life of the party sometimes. Man, we are fun, but women want to have fun. So you got to make sure that they're involved in that process, right? So you got to plan those surprises, be spontaneous in outings and date nights and small prizes. Just keep the relationship exciting and fun. You got to be the one to initiate. In my relationship, I've always been the type to try my best to plan, but my girl sometimes beats me to the punch, and that's okay. But don't let her do it all the time. She's expecting you to lead the way. So, laughing together. Don't take everything too seriously, though. You got to find humor in everyday situations and just enjoy that laughing together. That's what brings people together. That's why people go to comedy shows and people just are attracted to people who are funny because life is serious. But if you can just be funny and just be a little bit lighten up by showing yourself and being vulnerable, lighten up a little bit. This is so important. Try new things. Is the last point to having an understanding of what women want in a relationship is that they want fun and enjoyment, but you got to try new things, explore new activities together, hobbies, just to keep that relationship fresh and exciting. You gotta do something outside the box. Don't just do the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Wicket over, wicket over, wicket wicket over, wicket over, wicket over and over again. You gotta try new things. Something that's just so different that nobody has ever done before will separate you from the next man and allow her to forget the last man. That is how you do it. Again, what women really want in a relationship is emotional connection, trust and security, open communication, affection and appreciation, respect and equality, support and encouragement, shared values and vision, consistency and reliability, intimacy and closeness, and fun and enjoyment. These is what is going to make you always have a fresh set of pussy lips on your face. Right? This is the only way to get into a woman's heart. Okay. I hope that these things were clear to you. And I hope that you're going to go back to the drawing board and see what you can do to be the best man that you can be. If you have any questions, find me on social media. It's your boy Jeremiah King again on an episode of Code Bruh. And if you need coaching, or if you need therapy, again, I'm a therapist, I do counseling, I do mindset coaching, and I hope that this was valuable to you. If it was, like, subscribe, and share it to a lot of men because they need to know this because society is all about sex and try to have sex with as many hoes. I'm trying to fuck bitches. No, that's disrespectful, bruh. That's old news. I don't care what social media is doing and what rapper industries are doing, what they're doing, and all these movies and shows. It's not about that, man. If you're looking to be different, this is how you do it. All right. I'm all set here. I'm all done. I'm done venting. I just hope that you gain something from today. I love you, my brother. Bruh, hit me up. I got your back. This is your boy Jeremiah King. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.